What do you make about that?
You know, it's out there on the horizon. Obviously, I'm great friends with the Eastern Illinois staff, so I wish them all the luck in the world coming off their tragedy this past week at Columbus. You know, it's a great opportunity. So Ohio State has to win also. But obviously it looms, and our kids know it. But I think they're focused in and dialed in on Chicago State that we can't worry about the next opponent until we get through the Friday game, win or lose. But certainly that's looming.
Do you like the idea of having some, I mean, you beefed up the schedule, but you're getting some real early season tests with this kind of an unknown team to everybody, and then potentially head to Ohio State, and at least one other game here in the span of 10 days or so, 2 weeks. Is that, you like that?
I do, and the team understands that last year we got off to an 0-2 start, but our schedule was built in a way that then we had a series of games that we could be successful in and regain our confidence. This year's schedule doesn't have that pad in it that you know, have the luxury of playing through some growing pains. If we don't play well out of the gates early this year, we'll take on some losses, and I think our team's mature enough to understand that potentially could happen, but certainly we don't want it to happen. But we've said all along that we may have more losses in non-conference this year than we've had in seasons, and not mean we're playing bad basketball, just means that we're trying to get better each and every day. But the schedule's definitely beefed up, and we understand that we're going to take one game at a time. We're not going to get too high over any win, and we're not going to get too low over any losses, knowing there could be more losses this year. But the ultimate goal is to get better every day. And right now, the team is fighting to do that, and we're all a little impatient because we want to be better now, and it's really still pretty early. And but I know after last night not playing very well in the close scrimmage against Michigan, our kids are anxious to get back out there, and we look forward to Chicago State.
Does this tougher schedule have anything to do with maybe trying to, you know, strengthen the schedule and maybe make up a better case for an at-large bid, you know, down the road?
It's always a component, but more importantly, the schedule strength was raised due to the fact that we had more of a veteran team. Last year was by design that it was a little bit lighter because we had so many unknowns, and we were such a young team last year. When the schedule's made out 2 years in advance, you're trying to look ahead in the crystal ball and see what kind of leadership you have and what kind of upperclassmen you have. So this year, obviously that's a component that you want your strength of schedule to be reflective come tournament time. The WNIT field is expanded. There's another postseason women's tournament this year, so there's a lot of opportunity to get in postseason. But the big picture was this is a year that I looked when we were making the schedule that we were going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 or 10 upperclassmen, juniors and seniors, and it was time to play a tougher schedule. And it might be too tough, but you know, it can only help us going into the MAC.
Any other questions? Okay.